I can think of for the moment. Um, remember to, if you have any questions, comments, requests, suggestions, feel free to let me know. I always love hearing from everyone. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So shoulders back and down, abs are in tight. Let's go side to side. Remember, if you're more comfortable keeping your feet planted and kind of shifting your weight and moving your arms, that's fine. And if you're okay with tapping your feet, that's fine too. And if you want to go up another level and pick your feet up off the floor, that's fine too. Just watch your balance. Okay, so now let's come forward for a step or two and go back for a step or two and forward for a step or two and back for a step or two and forward and back. Good, and forward and back. Let's do it one more time. It's so much fun. And back. Good. All right, let's change the arms, right? And then pick your heel up behind you. When you pull your elbows back, see if you can kind of pinch your shoulder blades a little bit, right? And of course, abs are in tight. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Keep the legs going. Bring your arms here, 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 here. And then we're going to change the legs to side, 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 side. Remember, if you need to, lower the intensity level a little bit. Put a hand on the wall or the chair if you need to. Okay, now see if you can keep the legs going. We're going to go out, down, out, down, out. I know, I hope everybody's awake. Out, down, out, down, out, down, out. All right, I'm feeling these in my hips and my shoulders. Let's do it one more time. So out and down, good, and just march. Good job, everyone. All right, so let's march those feet out wide. March them back in. March out wide. March back in. Good job. Remember too, at any point, if you need a break, take a little break. Remember, you want to try not to stop moving entirely because that can make the blood pool in your feet and ankles. It can make you a little lightheaded. March your feet back in. And one more time, let's march out. Remember too, anytime you need a drink, grab a drink. And march back in. Good. Now let's step and punch, step and punch, step and punch, step and punch. So my arms are coming up to about shoulder height. Step and punch, step and punch. And remember, if it's not comfortable for you to step and turn, just step, step. Do what you can. We want to try to get those shoulders moving and the legs moving. 4, 3, 2. Now, step back and go up, up, up. Don't forget to pull that elbow back like you're elbowing someone behind you. If you got a visual for that, feel free. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put a hand on the chair, knee up, leg back. Abs in tight, leg back. Try to keep your breathing, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Right, abs are in really tight. Make sure that the knee, the leg that you're standing on, that knee is not locked. There should be a little, tiny little bend in that knee. Up. Up. Let's do one more after this one. So leg back, knee up, put it down, shake them out just briefly. And then you guessed it, other leg, knee up, leg back. Remember, we want that hand to be as light on the chair or the wall or whatever you're putting your hand on as possible. Knee up, leg back, knee up, leg back, knee up. Good. And don't forget, periodically check in, make sure your abs are contracting. Remember, anything is better than nothing. Up, down, up. Good. Let's do one more after this one. Good job. Now stand right here. Just take a leg swing or maybe 3 or 4 with each leg. Okay, and then switch. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the same leg. I'm going to swing it around, swing it around, swing it around, swing it around. So again, I'm trying to make sure that my shoulders are staying relaxed and my abdominal muscles are not staying relaxed. Around and around and around and around and around and around. Good. We'll do it one more time after this one. So back and front. Good job. Release. Shake them out. All right. And then other leg. Around. And remember, take your time. Please don't feel like you have to keep up with me. Do what you can do well. Remember, quality, much more important than quantity. We want to feel these things, but you know, in a good muscles are working and getting tired kind of way, and not ooh, this is really making my joints hurt kind of way. Let's do one more time, right? Why not? Good job. Shake out your legs. Grab a drink. Very good. All right, let's get that tube. Okay, so we're going to shorten it up. And we always try to work the larger muscle groups first. So like the chest, the back, the front of the legs, the backs of the legs. We try to work those first, or earlier in the workout anyway. Okay, so we're shortening it up. We're bringing the arms out in front. They're staying pretty straight. They're going out and in. So we're not bending and straightening the elbows. If your elbows are bent, that's fine. Just keep them bent. Out. When the arms go out, that tube should come about the middle of your chest, height-wise, right? And when the arms come out, think about pinching your shoulder blades together, right? And maybe even do pinch them together a little bit. Let's do 3 more. 3, shoulders are staying down. 2, 1. Good job. Lower your arms down. Roll your shoulders forward. Roll them back. Very nice. All right, let's bring it around behind us. Shorten it up a little bit. Right, we're pushing the arms out here. And we're going cross and out and cross. And ideally want to alternate which arm goes on top. And if you want to tap your feet, that's fine too. You tap them back or tap them forward. And if you prefer not to move your feet, that's fine too. Try to get those arms out wide. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel it. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Lower your arms down. Ooh, roll those shoulders back. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Right. Bring it back up. Feet nice and wide. Nice relaxed stance. Hands about chest level. Push forward. Pull back. Push forward. Pull back. Push forward. Pull back. Abs are in tight, right? And we're not pushing the arms up. We're pushing them forward. Remember, it's fun and it feels great. And we only have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower your arms down. Now we're going to grab the cane or the bar or whatever you have. If you don't have one and you have a tube or a band, you can fold it in half and you can use that instead. Just like this. And then if you have a stick or a mop handle or whatever, a cane, grab that. Hands are out nice and wide and we're going to go up and down. So we want to bring the arms up as high as we can without bending them, right? Try not to bend them. If they're bending, try taking your hands out a little bit wider. And feel it, keep going, feel it right in here, right? Up. Good. Now, we're going to reverse the grip. So we're going to hold it with our palms up, if you can see. Palms up, and you want your hands to be just about shoulder distance apart. And if you don't have a stick or a bar or whatever, you can do it just with your arms, right? And we're going to push the elbows up, pull them back. So the elbows are stuck at that angle, that 90-degree bend. Try not to straighten them. Push them up, pull back. And whatever you do, don't drop the bar on your head. Right? So up and back. And up and back. Right? So we're just trying to get those shoulders moving a little bit. And in a perfect world, the elbows are pointing forward and not turned out like that. So we want to try to pull those elbows together. Let's do 2 more. Up and down and up and down. Good work, everyone. Let's set that down. Right? Loosen up your shoulders a little bit. Let's grab that tube or band one more time. Okay, and we're going to shorten it up. And I'm putting my left hand at the front of my shoulder or my chest, and my right elbow's going out at shoulder level. My right hand is facing the front of my body, and I'm going out and in. So when my arm goes out, my palm is facing forward. And this is kind of important because we want the triceps to feel this. So the back of the upper arm, we want to feel that when the arm goes all the way out. Shoulders stay down. And you know what I'm going to say next. Abs in tight. Right? Try to make sure that elbow doesn't drop down and that it's not coming forward either. It might not like it. One more time. Good job. Lower your arms down. Ooh. Roll that shoulder forward. Roll it back. Let's switch sides. Right? So the right hand is going to hold an elbow down and the left elbow comes up. Palm places in and go out and in. Out and in. And abs are in tight. And remember, that arm is staying in line with your body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Oh, roll that shoulder. I don't know about you, but I was feeling it. Okay, now we're going to step on it. Right, so step on it with 2 feet. Make sure that your feet stay together for now, and make sure that it feels pretty similar pull-wise on each side. Make an X, switch the handles, step your feet apart. Hands are at the front of your legs, right? And if you don't have a tube or band, just put your hands there, whether they're empty or you have weights in them, and pinch your shoulders back. Squeeze, squeeze. Try to really squeeze those shoulder blades. Pinch, 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 pinch. Try to really feel it between your shoulder blades and try not to let your whole arm move. Right? We have a tendency, all of us, to use our arm more than our back muscles. Woohoo! Squeeze. How about 4, 3? It feels great. 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Woo, let it come down. Roll your shoulders a time or 2, and then we're going to shorten it up. If you like to do this standing in front of your chair, then by all means, stand in front of your chair, right? Hands in by the sides of your legs. Abs are in tight, feet are out nice and wide. And remember, we exhale down, we inhale back up, and those abs are in super tight, protecting the low back. Hands don't move. Push back, stand up. As we come forward, we're looking down at the floor and not out in front of us. And try to really push back into your heels. And at the top now, give your tush a little squeeze. Push back, up, squeeze your tush. Push back, up, squeeze your tush. Push back, up, squeeze your tush. Push back. So as we come forward, the elbows are bending some. Squeeze, push back, squeeze, and abs are in tight. Squeeze, push back, squeeze. How about 3, really push back, squeeze. 2, make sure you're not straining your neck by looking forward. Last 1. Good work. Woo. All right, briefly come off the tube or band or whatever. Set it aside. If you can do this standing, great. If not, sit down. Put a hand on the chair. Pick one knee. Bring it up to your chest. Right? I like to try to get my forearm behind my knee, but I can do that. If it won't go, put your hand behind it, but try to bring it up as high as you can. Right? Remember, we're not worried about balance for this. We want to feel that stretch. Good. And let's release. And we're going to switch legs. Make sure if it's the left leg coming up that you're holding it with the left hand and not the right. Right? Put a hand on the wall or the chair or whatever you need. Good. And release. Grab that tube again. Or band. Step on it again. Remember, it's back under the arch of your feet, not up under your toes or the ball of your foot or under your heels. Shorten it up again. Abs in really tight. Arms are glued by your side, shoulders down. We're going to go to the right today first. So down, center, right, center, right, center, right, center, right, center. Woo, feel those abs on the right side of your waist. 6, 5, pull those abs in tight, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Hold center. Reorganize yourself if you need to. Make sure your feet are just an inch or two apart. Try not to bend your knees and go left, down, up. Remember, we're bending the side of the waist. We're keeping that right shoulder back. We're not letting either shoulder lift up toward our ears. We're not bending our knees. We're not lifting our heel. We are keeping the knees pretty straight and the feet flat. And we're really pulling down with the left side and releasing. Pulling down and releasing. Good. Make sure that your head and neck are just going along for the ride. 6, 5. You can do it. 4, abs in really tight. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Release. Come to the length of your tube or band. If you want to make an X, feel free. And start with your feet really close together. Try to pull your hands up to the outsides of your hips, whether you have a tube or band or not. Try to put your hands right here. And let's see if you have enough space on either side to go 3 steps to the right and then 3 steps to the left. And if not, then just go out and in 3 times right and 3 times left. Okay, so here we go. To the right first. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Now left. Remember, shoulders stay over the hips. We're not leaning. Abs are in tight. Push, push. Try to make sure that your toes are pointing forward, not out to the sides. I will freely admit to you that this is not much fun. However, the things that we dislike the most are usually the ones we need the most. So hold still here. Right leg goes out and in, left, out and in, right, out and in. Now, if your legs are getting really tired, you can let your hands come down a little bit rather than stopping or losing your form. But remember, abs are in tight, shoulders are staying over the hips. Push, push. Feel it out here. How about 4, 3, you can do it. 2, 1. Ooh, good job. Whew. Undo the X in your tube or band if you have one. Step your feet wide apart. Bring your hands behind you. Up tall. Relax your grip. If you have handles, put them across your palms rather than across your fingers, right? And push back, push back, push back, push back. If you can, try not to let your hands come all the way down and touch. Push back, staying up tall. Shoulders are back, but they're down away from your ears. Feel this in the triceps, the back of the upper arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, step off the tube, set it aside. Woo. Shake out your arms a little bit, and then let's stretch out the triceps. So bring one arm up and over, give yourselves a little pat on the back, and either push that elbow back or hold the elbow and pull it over like you're pulling your arm behind your head. Try not to let your head or your arm push your head too far forward. Right? And remember, stretching is important. So try not to skimp on it. Good job. Lower down. Give your shoulders a roll forward, a roll back. And then let's switch sides. Give yourselves another little pat on the back and either push that arm back or grab your elbow and pull it down like you're pulling your arm behind your head. Try to keep your head up. Not quite at 30 seconds yet, so try to keep going. Good job. Lower the arms down. Again, one big shoulder roll forward, one to the back. Okay. A little bit of balance work. Okay. So either feet together touching or semi-tandem, toes of one shoe fit into the arch of the other or heel toe. But do try to, push yourself a little bit. Make it a little bit of effort. If you need to put a hand on the chair, that's fine. If you're in position 2 or 3, push your hips forward a little bit. Feel like you're shifting a little bit of weight into the front leg from the back leg. Right? Now, even if you don't normally put a finger on the chair or the wall, put a finger on the chair or the wall. Lift up really tall through your torso, abs in tight, and slowly close your eyes. Right, breathe. Try not to tense too much. Breathe. This is really hard, so if you're struggling with it, that's why. Don't worry about it. Do what you can. Try to stick with it. Good. And open your eyes. Good job. That was 30 seconds. Step your feet apart. Shake out your legs a little bit. Closing your eyes makes it so much harder, but I think we're gonna keep working on that a little bit. So let's switch legs, right? So either feet together, other foot halfway in front, or heel toe. If you're in position 2 or 3, shift your weight forward a little bit. Remember, hand, fingertip light on the chair back. Lift your chest, pull your abs in tight, make sure your shoulders stay down, crown of the head lifting upward, and then slowly close your eyes. Breathe. Remember, we want the leg muscles to be squeezing, but we also want them to be relaxing a little bit. That's the trick with balance. Finding that happy medium between relaxing and working. And it's super hard. Slowly open your eyes and step your feet apart. Shake out your legs. It's really, really hard with your eyes closed, but we're going to keep chipping away at that and see what we can do with it. All right, now, different balance this time. Abs in tight. We're going to stand on one leg. So pick the leg you're going to do. We're going to do each leg once. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Remember, if you need a hand on the chair or the wall, that's fine. Do try to pick that leg up in front of you if you can. It doesn't matter how high it is. Abs are in tight. Try to find that non-moving focal point. And breathe. Make sure you're not straining your neck and pushing your head forward. Just a few more seconds. Good job. Step your foot down. Shake them out. All right. And you know it. We're switching legs. Up tall. Relax the foot that you're standing on. Abs in tight. Find that focal point. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Put your hands wherever they're more comfortable. Try to feel like you're staying up straight. When that leg comes up, it's not pushing you over to one side. Halfway there. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Step it down. Good job. Hand on the chair. pick a leg, swing it forward and back a few times, and then switch. Good work. Let's grab another quick drink, and then we're going to go back to a little more strength work. Not that balance doesn't take strength, because it does. All right. Pick up one of your heavy weights, just one, right? I'm holding it in my right hand. I'm going to put my left hand on the chair back, and the chair is in front of me, right? I'm stepping my left foot forward, my right foot back. Abs are in tight. You can absolutely do this sitting too. Chest forward a little bit. Arm comes straight down from my shoulder. I'm gripping it, but not too tightly, and elbow up. And I'm not letting it go all the way down, just part way down, because I don't want the weight pulling my whole right side down, right? So abs are in tight. If you're more comfortable putting your hand on your left leg than on the chair, that's fine too. And if you're sitting, right, you're just coming here. So same thing, more or less, just sitting. 6, 5, 4, 3, it's getting tired. 2, 1, good job. Set that weight down. Woo! Roll that shoulder forward. Roll it back. Remember, we always end with a shoulder roll to the back. Good work. Now you know we can't do one side without doing the other side. So we're going to switch sides. Make sure that you're bending your knees and your hips and driving straight up when you pick it up. So now right hand goes on the chair or the right leg. Right foot forward, left foot back. Bring your chest forward a little bit. Right? And up, but not all the way down. Shoulders are staying square. Hips are staying square. Abs are in tight. Try to get your elbow up above the line of your back. So we're really working those back muscles. Try to relax the grip on the weight. You can do it. Abs are in really tight. 5, it's getting tired, but try to keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Set that weight down on the floor or on your chair even. Roll your shoulder forward. Woo. Roll it back. Good work, everyone. Okay, so we're going to go back to working this. We're going to pick up both of the weights, right? Remember, we always bend the knees and the hips when we're picking things up off the floor. Feet at least hip distance apart, maybe wider. If you're sitting doing this, come to the front of your chair and extend your legs, heels down, toes up, and then just come forward and back up. If you're standing and you want to put your chair behind you, that's fine. And we're going to push back. The hands are going to slide down no lower than the knees and stand up. And push back into your heels and stand up. And shoulders stay back. So I'm really thinking about pulling my shoulders back, opening my chest, pinching my shoulder blades together. And I'm always inhaling on the way back up so I don't get lightheaded. Abs in tight. And I'm keeping my chin down as I come forward. So I'm looking down at the floor and not out in front of me. Pushing way back into my heels and squeezing at the top. Push back. Squeeze my tush at the top. Push back, squeeze at the top. Remember, do what you can. If you can't go this far forward, don't worry about it. Not everyone can, and that's fine. Let's try 4 and back up. And 3 and back up. And 2 and back up. And 1 and back up. Good work. Set those weights down again. Stand up. Come to the back of your chair, right? Stand maybe about 18 inches from the back of your chair. Push your hips back away from you. Bring your chest forward. So your elbows are bent. And you could, if you wanted to, rest your forehead on the chair back. Right now, if your torso is a little bit longer, then you might need to step back a little bit further, but you don't want your arms to extend. Breathe, think happy thoughts. Some of us are more flexible than others. Some might have to push back a little more or push down a little more. You want to really feel the stretch in here and maybe even up into your low back. Good. And then abs are in tight. Inhale and slowly lift up. Good work. Okay. Side of the waist. So we're going to hold the weight in the left hand and we're going to work the right side of the waist first. So just one weight, unless your weights are really light, and then you might want to hold 2 weights. Right, feet not very wide apart. Fingertips of the right hand are either on your right shoulder or behind your right ear. Right, and abs are in really tight, and here we go. Right and center, right and center, right and center, and center. Good. So we're about a third of the way done. At the end, if you want to stretch, you can put the weight down. 6, 5, remember if you have any back issues, don't go quite so deep. 3, 2, 1. Now, if you want to put the weight down, reach the right arm up to the ceiling. See if you can push your hips to the right and flex over to the left. Breathe. Good job. And slowly lift up. Let's switch sides. Right, shoulders back and down, abs are in tight. Fingertips of the left hand on the shoulder or behind your left ear. Pushing into it a little bit so your head isn't wobbling from side to side. And here we go. Down, up. That right shoulder stays back. Right, so we're not twisting. Abs are in really tight. Woohoo! 4, 3. Remember, if you want to put the weight down before we stretch, do. This is the last one. Good work. Reach that left arm up. Push your hips over to the left and reach over to the right. Again, keep that left shoulder back. Let the weight in your right hand pull you a little deeper into the stretch if you would like. Remember, knees are straight, feet are flat. Good job, and release. Go ahead and set this weight down. Good job, everyone. All right, now we're gonna do this a little bit differently. So I want everyone to get a weight. We're gonna work the fronts of the legs, the quads, right now. So we're gonna get a weight. And if you wanna do it standing, you can, right? We're gonna put the weight down here by the knee and we're gonna pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. But if you find when you're doing that you're leaning back or you're getting really tired, then you sit down. And if you want to start seated, it's fine. But we're going to do them all on one leg. Lift the knee as high as you can. No fair leaning back. All right, that's cheating. So if you find yourself fatiguing and leaning back, take the weight off and finish without the weight. Okay, so pick a leg. It doesn't matter which one you start with, right? The weight goes down towards your knee and go up, down. So that foot is going to land lightly on the floor. Hand on the chair or the wall, but try not to lean on it, right? Your body should hold you up, not just your arm. And feel it in the front of that leg. Woohoo, it's fun. It feels great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Set that weight down just for a second. Give that leg a quick swing. Okay, and maybe the other leg too, because it was working as well. All right, and then we're going to do the other leg. I'm just coming to the other side of my chair. Right, up tall, shoulders back and down, hand is down close to the knee, right? And if you're sitting, that weight is just above the knee. And staying up tall, and the foot touches the floor lightly, whether you're sitting or standing. And bring that knee up as high as you can without leaning back. Abs are in really tight. Remember, it's fun. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Set the weight down. Swing one leg forward and back a few times. Swing the other leg forward and back a few times. Good work. And then pick up weights for biceps curls. Whatever weight you need so that you're challenging your biceps a little bit. Right? Elbows are under your shoulders. So a lot of times we tend to want to pull the elbows back here, or they want to come way up here. I know I'm wearing a black shirt, so it's hard to see where my elbows are. But if you think about pinching your elbows in toward the front of your waist, then that's a pretty good place for them. And when the arms come up, don't let your elbows come forward, because then the shoulders are taking over, and we don't want the shoulders to do the work. Right? Grip is relaxed, abs are tight. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, after this, we're going to alternate right and then left. Right, left, right, right. Try to keep the rest of your body still. Right, left. After this one, we're going back to both arms 4 more times. Here we go. 4, 3. If this is too hard, go back to alternating. 2. Alternating again, last set. Right. I don't know about you, but my arms are getting tired. Right. I'm trying not to lose my form. Right. One more time and then we're done. Right. Left. Good work, everyone. Woo, shake out your arms a little bit. All right. Come in front of your chair. We're going to stand and sit. Grab weights if you want them. If not, that's fine. If you want to do it seated, you know the drill. Right? So if you're holding weights, they're down by your side or they're up on your shoulders. And if you're sitting, the weights are here just above your knee, and you're going to alternate, unlike last time where we did the same leg. All right? So feet out at least as wide as the chair legs. Abs in super tight. Sit lightly. Here we go. Down, up. Feel free to change your position if you need to. But when you sit down, do come to a sitting up tall position. So don't go here and then back up again. Make sure that you're sitting up tall and then come back up. Up. because the ability to sit down and stand up like this takes a lot of low back strength. The last thing we want to do is be staying in a forward position, which just strains the low back. Don't forget to breathe. Don't let your feet leave the floor. So if the abs forget to do their job, sometimes we lean back and the feet come up. So abs and tight feet stay down. Good job, everyone. Let's do 6. Try to sit lightly like a snowflake, even though it's not supposed to snow today. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Set the weights down. Woohoo! All right, pick a knee, bring it into your chest. Lean back a little. Woo. Circle your foot. Circle your ankle. Make sure you go in both directions. Keep holding that knee in. Good work today, everyone. Okay, release it down, and then let's do the other one. So knee in, pull it in as hard as you can. Lean back in your chair, right? And then circle your foot, circle your ankle. Make sure you go in both directions. And really pull that knee in. Good job, and release out. Now make sure that you're out toward the front edge of the chair. We're going to take the right ankle over the left knee. Try to make sure your left knee is in front of your left hip. If you need to, extend the left leg. If you need to, put your foot just below the knee, right? Take your hands to the right knee, just above the right knee, and gently press down. And try to sit up and not lean back. So try to check. Feel like you're sitting on your sit bones, the bottom of your pelvis, and not leaning back. One side is always tighter than the other, so try not to stress over it. Breathe. We're going to hold this for a few more seconds. Good. Then see if you can take your hands to the outside of the right knee, both hands. We're going to pull that right knee across over toward the left side of your body, maybe the midline of your body, and then pull it up and in towards your chest. Push it over, pull it up and in, right? And you're going to feel it down in here. And again, try not to lean back. And periodically, think about pushing it back over, pulling it back up. And remember, these two stretches that we're doing are totally different stretches. They work on different muscles. So this one might not feel as bad as the other one, or maybe it feels worse, depending on how tight these muscles are. Good. And let's release. Whew. Breathe. Okay. And we're going to switch legs. Right. So ankle over knee. Make sure that right knee is straight out in front of the right hip and not dropped in. Right. If you need to, extend the right leg or put the left ankle just below the right knee. Right. And gently press down on the left leg just above the knee. Remember, we never press directly on a joint. We like to preserve our joints, whether they're our original parts or not. Those of you who've done a knee replacement don't want to have to do it again unless it's absolutely necessary. Good. Few more seconds. Good. Hands on the outside of the left knee and push that left knee over toward the center of your body and then pull it in towards your chest. So hands are on the outside of that left knee. And breathe and think happy thoughts. We're almost done. Last workout of 2020. I'm going to be happy to see 2020 behind us. Good work and release. All right. Stay right here. Bring your feet out a little bit in front of you. Sit up really tall, abs and tight. And let's turn, 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 turn. So just try to turn one side and the other side. Turn, 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 turn. Good. All right, now scoot all the way over to the right side of the chair. Hold on with the left hand. Lower that right knee down toward the floor. Right foot is behind you. Sit up nice and tall, abs are in tight. See if you can lean back a little bit. So we're pushing back from here, not from up here, right? So the shoulders stay over the hips, even as we push back. The shoulders are not going back behind us, right? So it looks like this and not like this. It's a very subtle difference, but it's a big difference. The difference between straining the low back and not straining the low back. Good, so inhale, sit up, right? Bring that leg forward and we're gonna scoot over to the other side. And knee down under the hip, if you can get it there. If not, put it as far back as you can. Abs and tight, lift up tall. And then again, see if you can push back. Hold on with your right hand so you don't feel like you're going to fall off the chair. That's not a good feeling. And remember, that knee should not be anywhere near the floor unless A, your legs are super long, and B, your chair is pretty low. Right, try to keep that right knee out in front of your hip. Don't let it drop over to the left. I know that seems like a little detail, but it's important. Good, and inhale up, bring that foot forward, stand up. Let's come behind the chair. Okay, feet 18 to 24 inches behind the chair. One more time, push your hips back, press your chest down toward the floor. And remember, you can absolutely do this seated. I like to do it standing because, believe it or not, I think seated is a little bit harder. Breathe. Try to really think about pushing your weight back into your heels, but don't lose your balance. Good. And slowly, abs and tight, inhale up. Stand up really tall, right? Relax your shoulders back and down. And think about, remember if you make a fist like this with the thumb on top, right? And you put this pinky knuckle of your finger right in that notch between your collarbones. Rest your chin on your hand. That's neutral head and neck alignment. Okay, we take that away. We want to try to hold that and just turn and look side to side. Try not to let the shoulders move, just the head and neck. And we want to try to keep the head upright. It likes to try to tip a little bit, but we want to try to keep it upright. And this one, we want it to be a little bit quicker, not slow, because we're loosening those muscles up so that we can stretch them. They always feel tighter on one side. So now look over your left shoulder, bring your chin down towards your left collarbone and just hold there. Try to make sure that your temples, your forehead is over your jaw and it's not tilted. And we're pushing that chin toward the back of the neck, shoulders back and down. Whew. Lift your chin, look forward. Tuck it back a little like you're making an extra chin, which we all need. And then turn, look over your right shoulder and tuck your chin down towards your right collarbone. And we're pulling that chin toward the back of the neck. And you feel this more in the right side of your neck. I do. I feel it right back here. Don't let the left shoulder pull forward if you can help it. Good. Lift your head, look center, and just do a couple more quick little side to side. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Big stretch. Lower your arms back down. Big shoulder roll to the back, maybe even two. All right, and we are all done. Great job, everyone.